Jax is a Harris hawk, and he was actually woken up early this morning to be on our show. He said, usually I don't get up for under $10,000 a day, but for you, I'm going to do it. He is a working hawk. He is actually an educational ambassador for Liberty Wildlife. Welcome, Laura. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us here.
Tell me about Jax.
Yeah, Jax is a 6-year-old Harris hawk and has been at Liberty Wildlife since he was a baby. He came into us with a disease called avian trichomoniasis, which changed the shape of his throat and his beak so that he could still hunt in the wild, but we are very nervous about him potentially getting infection or anything, so we need to have, constant medical care for him just to make sure he stays healthy.
So now part of his job is educating people, but he also is part of the flight show. Tell me about that.
That's right. Because he can still fly and he still has those wild instincts, we want to make sure that even though he's stuck in captivity, he will still get to use those muscles and that brain power. So he still gets to fly during our flight show and during our public hours. You take care of sick and injured birds. What are some of the other species of birds you have? We have taken actually all kinds of wildlife. We're known primarily for birds, but we'll take in anything from as small as a baby quail or a hummingbird all the way up to, we have California condors that come in for illness and bald eagles. So we take the whole gamut. You help them, you help the injured birds, and then you also let people come and visit them. Yeah, our mission is to rehabilitate all the animals in our hospital and get them back out into the wild. But if they can't be released back to the wild, they can go onto our education permit and become teachers like this, so you can actually get so close to a Harris hawk or any other kind of native wildlife. If you're hiking and you find an injured bird or another native animal, what's the best thing to do? The best thing we always say is to observe for a little while. Take a step back and see what's happening. Sometimes they may just be resting there if they've had a full meal and they're just kind of waiting to digest a little bit. You can also then see, is it something where it's a baby on the ground and the parents are watching nearby and still taking care of it? Then if you think there's something wrong, you can call our hotline and see if they suggest putting it back in a nest or bringing it in to us, so we can give advice as to what to do, because they don't always have to come into the hospital. But if it's obviously bleeding, if it obviously can't move right, then if you can safely contain it, you can bring it to our hospital. If it has talons or claws or big teeth, we do have volunteers that travel out throughout Arizona to pick those up. Because you have a pretty serious glove on right now, and yeah. Don't try this without that glove. Exactly. We have lots of training to make sure that everybody's safe who's involved. How smart is a Harris hawk? Like, what goes through Jax's mind right now? I think these birds are actually, this species is really smart. They're a communal hunter, so they work together in a family unit, and they're very communicative. So I don't know how much you can hear Jax talking, but he makes these little murr noises, and I just think that shows their intelligence level, that they're able to communicate with those and hunt together like a wolf pack would, actually. I've heard ravens are as smart as a 7-year-old human. Yes, and as troublesome as one. I take it then you have some. We do have Liberty. Some, yes, and they're very smart. We have to give them toys and constant things to play with because their mind is always going and they always want entertainment, basically. Liberty Wildlife, you guys are open every day except for Thanksgiving and Christmas. We're open, the hospital's open every day except for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and then we're open to the public Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. And you said you have events there, and it's beautiful because at sundown the birds are active and you can't even tell that you're right near the airport. Exactly. We brought in, trees in our own wetlands, and at sunset the lights just sparkle there, and you have no idea that we're just south of Sky Harbor. Thank you so much, Laura. Thank you, Jax. If you want any more information about Liberty Wildlife, you can check out our website, cw7az.com. Good job. Good job. Do you want to say bye? There. Oh.